2009 Kia Sedona. Front lower control line replacement. 19 millimeter at the top and at the bottom because it will spin. And right there, same thing, 19. Then we got a nut in the bolt. Where are we? Sorry. Right here, that gotta come out. So we got both 19 millimeter bolts out there and down there, and again down there for the ball joint. The lower part of the ball joint is an 18 on both sides. Crack that loose and get that out. Once you get both of the 19s out, down here the ball joint, we got that out. Both sides are 18. You can go right in between, right in there with a pickle fork and knock the ball joint out. So we got the lower control arm out. This is what I use a pickle fork, wedged it in between, hit it with a hammer, it popped out. If you're having a little problem getting it out, right in the back of it, get a little screwdriver or pry bar and open up that set screw hole, that slot. Now, reverse order of putting it in, but before you put it in, match up the new part. Out, old part at the bottom, obviously, new part at the top. They look identical. This is where ours was broken, separated from. They give you new hardware. These two little black bushings go on both sides like this. As you see, that got them on there. And let's get it back into the vehicle. If your bolts is rusty, these ain't too bad. Clean them up with a wire wheel, put some anti-seize on them. These all actually, this one is the worst one, but these actually all came out with no problem. So I'm gonna just throw them in. This is what it looked like sitting up in the vehicle. The ball joint goes up into the knuckle. Black. So we got it started. You might have to use a little 3/8 extension to line up your holes so you can run your bolt through. Put them in, but don't tighten them down, because you're gonna need wiggle room to adjust this and the lower ball joint. Once you get all the bolts in your control arm, everything lined up, lower ball joint is in. If you cannot get your lower ball joint to line up, like you see, I got my bolts on the ground. Take out the two bolts that hold the top of the strut in, or the mid section I should say, and it'll give you clearance to wiggle the knuckle around, and it should drop right in. Put your strut bolts in if you had to take yours out. If not, tighten everything up to the specification Torx. Put your wheel on, and you're done. 2009 Kia Sedona. Lower control line replacement.